Hey everyone, DOSMoose here with a real quick PTR video. I'm so excited, so happy to bring this one to you. Housing communities are on the PTR. Now, it's already been confirmed that this is not going to come in the next update, but soon after. So let's get on the PTR, start testing it. Let's get this out as soon as possible. Let's help the devs make this a reality for us. So let's get into all this, a real quick tutorial about how to start housing communities on the PTR. Remember, this is the PTR, therefore everything is subject to change. As you can see, there is a new NPC standing by the Capital City Teleport NPC. Now, I'm only doing this on Exile, but it is exactly the same for Dominion as well. For 1 plat or 1,200 service tokens, you're going to be able to start your housing community. Personally, I think 1,200 service tokens is a bit much, but 1 plat, anybody's going to have that. And if you don't, there's plenty of us out there that will just give it to you. After you've named your community, run over and head to housing. In housing, you'll see a new button up to the right of your housing name. The second button over, click that, and you will be able to choose where you want to place your house in the grand scheme of the community. You'll see what I'm talking about in a moment. As you can see, there's a lot of room to work with now. A few things to note: you're only going to be able to change the housing, ground, sky, and music for your plot. And if you are the community leader, you'll also be able to change the ground, sky, and music for the space in between the different housing lots. As you go across the lots, you'll see that you will not have the ability to place any decor, do any work whatsoever. That's because the people that you invite to your community, their entire housing lot gets placed in this big community lot. So you're actually not having to rebuild anything. Their lot just becomes part of your community. It is very important to note at this point, you are only able to join one community at a time right now. You should also note that you can't invite your own alts, but in theory, you can give somebody permission to invite people to the community, and they can invite your alts for you. So you can have one giant alt farm. Currently, that can't be tested in the PTR, however, because the invite options for community members isn't working at this time. Now let's just take a quick peek at what it's going to look like with somebody else's house here. Cadium, one of everybody's favorite devs, was kind enough to lend her housing lot to join this community. When she joined, she was given an option to which area she wants to put her housing lot in. Unless I kick her out, kick is actually something else that isn't working right now, but it is coming, or disband the entire community, which I'll get into here in a minute as well. That is her reserved spot. Nobody can take that from her. She can build there, do whatever she wants there, change the sky, change the land, place decor, yada yada yada. Now, what I have for sky, ground, or music does not carry over to her. Whatever she has can be used there. If she wants anything that I have at the same time, she would have to purchase that on her own. As you change between lots, the sky, music, and ground and so forth changes on its own. So you will never have the same sky or same music depending on what part of the community you're in, unless that's what's agreed upon between the players in it. I want to backtrack real fast and mention while I'm running around here that I said you needed somebody else to invite your alts. For right now, we don't know if that's how it's going to be when it finally hits live. I'm personally hoping I'll be able to invite my own alts without having to inconvenience anybody. Something else to note, it is cross-faction. Housing communities are cross-faction. Like I said, the ability to kick somebody is coming, and you can disband the entire community. When you disband the entire community, everything will be kicked off, and you will go back to just having your one normal housing lot. If you want to make a new community after that, you are going to have to pay to make that community again. But at the cost of 1 plat, I think that's a pretty darn good deal. Before this gets released, we're going to have a few more things coming out in 1.7.2. That's going to finally introduce us to Prime Raids. Y83 Level 1 will be coming with 1.7.2, and that is available for testing right now. Access particles, or as we all lovingly call them, PAPs, are going to be getting a change too. I'm not going to go into it here, but I will leave a link to the patch notes in the comments. All of this is really great stuff on the horizon for WildStar. I'm very, very excited for communities. You have no idea. As always, thank you for watching, and I will see you on Nexus. But preferably the PTR before the main game, because I really think a lot more things need to be tested.